So is the real estate market shifting? Well, here's how to tell. All right, so I picked out 4 different points of information on how to tell when a market is shifting, and we'll go over them right now. I also have a couple of extra bonus points of information as well. So the first one, which is pretty obvious, is inflation. Now, this video was recorded somewhere right around the middle of 2022, and we are literally in hyperinflation. Now, what is inflation? If it's not so obvious, it's the calculation of pricing over a certain amount of time. Now, it's usually a larger span or larger amounts of information saying, generally speaking, the cost of living is higher. Well, definitely it is higher. We are in superinflation. Things are priced out anywhere between gasoline and utilities, also maintenance items, building materials. Gosh, everything, even your Amazon orders are being raised because of supply chain issues and so forth. So we are in inflation. It does cost more money. So that's indicator number 1 of a market shift in real estate. All right, so number 2 are the interest rates. Now, this is no surprise as well. In some cases, they are double what they were even a few months ago. Where they used to be 2, 3, and 4%, now they are 4, 5, and 6%. So the interest rates are certainly higher, and it is pricing people out of the market. Now, on a lower price point house, the difference in your payment is maybe $100 or $200, depending on what the difference in rate is. And in the higher price homes, of course, your interest rate being higher could literally price you out of housing. It could make your payment $600, $700, even almost $1,000 higher than it would be. So if your rate is too high, then we need to look at lower priced homes. If you don't want to look at lower priced homes, then you're not going to buy a house. And this is the sign of a shift, and this is what's happening. We got hyperinflation, we've got interest rates rising. These are 2 signs towards a market change. All right, so the next one I have is gasoline. Now, it's not directly correlated to the real estate industry, but it does affect everything. It affects inflation, it affects cost of goods and services, it affects people going out looking at houses. So gasoline prices are up 50% in some cases. Now, right here, the average in the Philadelphia area, in the city, it's $6 a gallon. Outside of the city, it's around $5 a gallon, and it's pretty scary. I mean, it's a lot of money, and it literally makes people want to stay home or not want to go out because they can't afford it. It's hard if you have a business that is directly correlated using gasoline. So it's a major indication, and it's following the other 2 right up to say, market shift, warning, warning, market shift. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so the next one here that I'm talking about, I think it's number 4, is the millennials are dropping out of the home buying game like flies. Now, I'm not trying to be very dramatic, but ages 25 to 40 are stopping the process of buying houses for many reasons. For one reason or another, it could be buyer's remorse or buyer's fatigue. They're putting in a lot of offers. You're in a very low inventory market, and they're just saying, you know what, forget it. They've waited some time, and we're going on 2 years of this, and now they waited and just said, forget it. Or they're in it to win it, and they're getting exhausted and having fatigue from it. So they're stopping this. They're also been priced out. We mentioned interest rates. Or maybe they spent the money on something else, or maybe with the stock market coming down, which is another indicator, their monies are coming down and they're worried, hey, maybe I shouldn't make a move now. So these are all things that are adding up to a market shift. Now, we are starting to see a lot of price reductions. Now, I say a lot, it's more of like it's becoming more common than it was. So a lot doesn't necessarily mean, oh boy, it's a dramatic thing. The shift of a market in real estate isn't really an event. It's more of a process, if you will. It won't happen snap like that tomorrow, although maybe I wish it would, although it could, I guess. But it'll happen gradually. All right, so another important case in point in a market shift is the vacation home and second home markets. Now, those are resort markets, if you will. Now, those markets are affected and have been affected for months. They are the first to see the signs of a market shift. Now, you may see signs in a resort area of market shifting, and then it doesn't really come to fruition. But it is happening now with the agents that we market with and the agents that we network with. In those marketplaces, they are seeing, and we are seeing more of a ghost town in a resort area, a lot less closings, a lot less price inflation, a lot less offers being made, a lot more days on the market, is further indicating resort market is starting to feel the pressure. Now, they've had it for a few months. Now we're a few months later. With all these things coupled, yes, we are in a real estate market shift, in my humble opinion. All right, so next up, we got new construction. Now, new construction is being affected. It's being heavily affected by supply chain issues, the cost of materials. We've got gasoline prices. Also, people are leaving, buyers are leaving new construction scenarios in droves. They are taking their deposits with them, in some cases leaving their deposits on the table because they've either been priced out because of interest rates, or they don't want to wait any longer, or they physically can't wait any longer. New construction pricing is down, the amount of new construction hitting the market is down, and the amount of time that it takes to transfer, to give, to provide, to build a new construction home is up. So this is all coming together, equaling a market change. Now, you're hearing me say a lot of doom and gloom. This is down, this is up, this is down, gas prices is high. This is okay. This is a normal course of events. This is historically okay in a sense. We need a market correction. So speaking of a market correction now, the National Association of Realtors has a slew of very smart individuals with big amounts or high-level degrees under their belt that are forecasting and doing financial analysis on what's happening. And they're agreeing prices are down, price reductions are down, the days on the market is up. But they are also speculating, showing over the next 6 years another 25% increase in pricing. Now, it's not going to go like this, a straight line up over the next 6 years. It's going to, give or take, over the next 18 months, kind of flatten out. Then we're going to have a dip, if you will, of 18 months or so. Then we're going to have a market correction back up the other way. House prices are up 25 to 50%. So it won't come crashing down 50% during this correction. Now, possibly it could. I'm not saying it's impossible, but my opinion is this gradual roller coaster effect, if you will. We're going to flatten out here over some time, head down, and then roll right back up. So my advice is that don't wait. If you want to buy a house, you should buy a house at any time. You pick a great house. We'll get you the house you want. We will win you the house that you love with our tactics and with the best scenario for you. If you don't want to make an offer and don't want to partake, then don't do it. But if you're a seller and you want to take advantage of this market, this is absolutely the time to capitalize on it. This is the best market that we have seen in, since 2008. Or since before 2008. Well, if you agree or if you disagree, I'd love to hear your comments on that. If you want to have a talk about it, shoot me a text or send me an email. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Also, hit the notification, that bell. We do put out a lot of epic content on the greater Philadelphia area. I'm Gregory Martz here, your local real estate expert here. If you have a comment, please comment it below. Send us an email, send us a text, send us a fax if you want. We do answer all communication. We're glad to hear from you. We hope you have a great day, everybody.